Hey guys, what's going on? I've got to say, I'm kind of pissed off at the Postal Service. I mean, ugh, at what point do you, I don't know, it just seems like this year's been pretty bad. But this is my situation. I know a lot of you guys probably remember the poster, the Pilot's Estate. I got a bunch of vintage like Budweiser posters, Michelob posters, and I got a bunch of Spud McKenzie posters, and my goodness, and they've been selling well. I get between 20 and 30 bucks a piece for them, and I ship them in these heavy duty poster tubes. They're thick. I mean, you cannot squeeze it and dent it. You can't. But in the past week and a half, I've had two customers send me photos of the item that they received, and I'll put those photos in here. But what I'm doing, and they both gone to their post office, and the post office gave them both the same response. They said, I mean, they are literally busted open, you know, like biscuits, you know, when you do biscuits and the seam pops, they're bent and busted open, and the posters inside are all crinkled up and literally ruined because they're all new old stock. But they both went into the post office and they were both told the same thing. Yeah, it looks like that was probably done during on our sorter machine, but unless you have insurance, there's really nothing we can do about it. I call bullshit on that. Okay, I understand having insurance to insure your item from getting lost or broken or something like that, but to get destroyed by the sorting machine, no, that's bullshit. It's just getting old with the USPS not taking responsibility for the shit that's happening to our packages, whether it be lost or stolen. I mean, when was the last time you guys filed a claim with the USPS? It doesn't happen in a week. You don't get the money back. You need to pay your customer back and wait for the post office. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this post office, ask for the postmaster, and I'm going to put him on the spot. I'm going to ask him what the hell is going on. If you know stuff like this gets destroyed in the sorting machine, then why is it going in the sorting machine? You know, it just bothers me. And it doesn't bother me on a money aspect of it. It bothers me on a responsibility, taking responsibility. Because when my customers contact me with an issue, whether it's my fault or not, I take responsibility for it and I make sure they're taken care of. I just wish we would see the same thing from the post office or the U.S. Postal Service. It's ridiculous. So we're going to see what he has to say, and I have a feeling he's going to piss me off with what he says. I mean, if he goes as far as to say, well, first class packages, because you cannot insure first class packages, and it wouldn't be financially feasible to ship these priority mail when they weigh 5 ounces, because the cost would go way over. Nobody will buy it. Nobody will buy it for 30 bucks and pay $6 and something priority mail plus insurance, which is another few bucks. Nobody's going to buy it and pay $10 postage on a stupid poster. And if he says, well, it's first class, you know, so it's like, oh, so first class packages, you don't give a shit whether or not it makes it to the customer in good condition or not. So that's the approach I'm going to take. This is just getting old. I've had a lot of issues this year with the Postal Service, and I'm one to say, you know, don't complain about them raising their prices because, you know, there's nothing you can do. But I am one to say, if you're charging more for your service shouldn't be going downhill. And it's just ridiculous. And there is no reason, guys, why these tubes, you can't bend them, break them, and even the one guy says, you know, they fall into a hopper and another package could fall on it. If that package was 40 pounds, maybe. But I mean, I'm telling you, these things are solid and they won't, I mean, they're thick. And you can't, even one of them was this short. Yeah, I wrote on here, please do not destroy. Because I'm pissed. I'm pissed. And we'll see what he has to say. So I'll go ahead and put the pictures in of the photos the customer sent me, to where the contents are exposed, and it went through the whole process. Even I mean, imagine being a postman delivering something that's bent, busted open, and the contents of it is sticking out. Delivering that to your customer, knowing that that's just substandard. It's subpar, and the quality is shit. So we're gonna go talk to him. Yeah, this isn't just a cheapo thing. I paid good money per tube, and that's why I did it. But there is no reason why this should get destroyed in a sorting machine. And if they do get destroyed in a sorting machine, then they shouldn't be going through a sorting machine. So we'll see what he has to say, and I'll put the pictures in right now of the pictures the customer sent me. And by the way, I did take care of the customers. One of the customers, I actually had another one. I was able to replace it. And this last one that I just got, I didn't have a replacement, but he did choose another Spuds McKenzie poster that I had in the store. So, I mean, we're talking 25 to 30 bucks per that I've lost out on because I've just replaced them. So, but to me, it's not about the money. To me, it's about the service that we're getting for the money that we are paying. So we'll see what happens. Boy, he better give the right answers, because if he doesn't, I'm going to be pissed, and he's going to know it. All right, guys.
You gotta have one of their signatures, stay away from them. Can I have the next customer?
Yeah, is the postmaster in?
So we have a station manager.
That'll work.
There's
Somebody.
a postmaster is in Gulf Ridge.
Yeah, station manager is fine.
What you need?
I want to talk to him about shipping these.
Mm-hmm.
I've had 2 customers send me pictures of they're bent and destroyed, and they're busted open. And I mean, you can't even squeeze that to bend it, or even try to bend it. And both times, both customers went to their post office, and they were told, yeah, that looks like it was done by our sorting machines. But if it's not insured, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yes.
And that's a bunch of bull.
Right.
I mean, if sorting machines are breaking these, then these shouldn't be going through sorting machines.
They're rolling. One thing that some of ours have started doing is they started putting, you know, something to make it like a triangle where it wouldn't roll.
Sure.
Because it rolls on the machine and then gets jammed, and that's what's doing it. So we have a bunch of people that do this here locally, and they're actually putting it where it's like a triangle shape instead of round. And that's solved a bunch of problems. But,
So it's up to the customer to solve the problem.
yes, and it's because
No.
Okay, I'll let you talk to the supervisor. Down on the end. I was just trying to answer your question.
I hear you. I mean, your solution is for me to change the way I ship, you know, but
Have a good day. I'm sorry.
You station manager?
I'm the supervisor.
Okay. I ship out vintage posters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And these you can't smash. I mean, you can't smash them or anything, but I've had 2 customers in the past week and a half get their items bent in half and the contents exposed and all wrinkled and everything else.
Okay.
And each time they go to the post office, the manager there says, well, that looks like it's done on our sorting machines, and there's nothing we can do unless you have it insured. That is not a good answer, because if these are getting broken in the sorting machine, I don't think the solution is we should have to pay insurance to make sure it gets to our customer safely. I think it should be that the post office corrects the issue to where our packages aren't getting damaged.
Yes, sir. And I understand your
But his solution was for me to put triangles on it, and so it doesn't get jammed up in your machine. So I have to change the way I ship to
No.
make sure my item gets to my customer safely.
Shipping like this, and this goes for anything, there's not this. Shipping first class mail, there's no insurance on it.
I understand, but
Okay, so-
does that make it any less important to you guys or
absolutely
me as far as me paying for this service?
No, sir, absolutely not. But that's just the way it's set up.
Well, I understand the way it's set up.
Yes, sir.
I understand that you can't buy insurance with first class mail.
No,
I can't sell these at the price that I'm selling them at and charge priority mail so I can get insurance. I can't be charging $10 to ship these. Nobody will buy them.
I understand. But that's the only solution I got, because the way we're set up, we don't insure first class mail.
Okay, what does it take to get the problem addressed? Because apparently that's a problem, because everybody's telling our customers and telling me that, oh yeah, that's a sorting machine that's breaking. Sorry, we can't do nothing about it.
I'm not. Yes.
On these right here, if you came in and waited in line to get the postage here, you can add first class insurance on parcels if you come in here. Online, it won't let you add it. So if you need to insure them, you can come in here and we can do it that way.
I do understand that,
Yeah.
and I
I just wanna get it
appreciate the
straight.
thought, but I don't think the problem is whether or not I insure the package or not. The problem is packages like this gets destroyed in your system. That's the problem,
Yeah.
not that whether I pay for insurance or not.
And I don't have no way to see where it's happening. It could be happening in a sorter where these are thrown in a bin, then something heavier is put on top of it. I don't know where the problem is.
No,
I'm
they're
not-
literally, I mean,
But that's
these
what I'm
things are
saying.
bent in half.
If you throw this in a gurney, in a bin, and then the next piece that goes on, it's a 70-pound box of bullets, which we ship up to 70 pounds, and it hits it right here, that's going to break it. You see what I'm saying? I have no way to know it. I'm strictly assuming how it gets damaged. I have no way to know how it gets damaged. So, only thing I can tell you is what first class mail does. And like I said, there's no insurance on the regular first class piece. As far as changing the way the postal service sorts and all that stuff, that's well beyond me.
Yeah, I understand, and that's the typical answer we would. I mean, you got to understand.
I understand.
That's the answer. Well, there's nothing we can do about it, but I have customers, because you can't just go out and find these, and
I don't have a good answer for you. I don't.
and I'm sorry with him, but when he says put triangles on it and that won't happen,
And he's just trying to help you out.
I understand, but
And like I
the
said, I don't
problem
know-
isn't.
Yeah.
It's
And I
almost
don't-
like saying that we need to fix your problem.
Yeah, and I don't know that triangles are what would fix it. If this tube lands like this, and that's anything,
Right.
and you may ship another 100 and not have a problem. You may ship both of these and they'll both be damaged. I have no way to tell that. I have no.
Well, there's definitely an issue with the process with stuff like this. I
Yes.
don't know what else I can do. I can't fold these up.
Come on.
And not only this is the first time I've heard of anybody, because there's a lot of people ship like this, and it's the first time I've heard anything. I know and I don't know who it is, but I see a lot of them come in here. They ship in PVC pipe.
Yeah.
You know, it's got around.
I mean, with
55
anything, we
cap.
got to keep our costs down. I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely. I agree 100%. I'm just telling you the other things I see come through this office.
yeah.
And like I said, I've not heard of any claims or any complaints, but you're the first on something like this gets damaged, you know.
Yeah, I got 2 customers in the past 2 weeks in 2 different locations.
Mhm.
The pictures they sent me, they look literally the same with the damage on them. Like they got caught in the screw, and it must be a strong screw system.
Yeah, and I honestly don't even know how that system works. I toured the plant 20 years ago when I first got hired. It was something we did. We walked through the plant, and this was a Pensacola plant, so they don't have the big machines like the big distribution centers have. So like I said, I don't even know, you know.
Well, how much is insurance if I buy it in here?
Do you know? How much insurance would you say be thinking?
They're $30 posters, $30 posters.
Okay.
We'd have to put it on here and see if we can do that.
I can tell you real quick. But where you leave the zip.
$30 will end up adding like 2 something to it for insurance. Should be 1065.
210 would be the fee for insurance, so it'd be 585.
And that's up to how much?
$30 insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
guess
then, like
I'll
I
do
say,
that, but if that's the only way that, because I'm losing money every time that happens.
Yeah, and then that way, the way they'll go about it, if it happens and you've got the insurance on it, they go to the USPS.com, file a claim. They send the tracking number and those pictures with it, and the claims department handles it.
Hold on. The buyer can now open a claim through the Postal Service? I thought it always has to be the seller.
It can go either. Sometimes it just depends on the claim. It can go either way.
Okay. All right.
All righty. Thank you, sir.
You're right. I didn't mean to get snotty with you, but it's just when you get the.
I've been dealing with it for a while. When it comes to those, they all get messed up.
Well, he just said he's never heard of one getting messed up.
Because I usually talk to them, give suggestions, they end up fixing it, and it works a lot better. It's actually cheaper to buy the square ones than the round ones. If you go on Amazon, you can actually find square containers.
Yeah, but the square containers will smash easier than the round ones.
Depends on which ones. I got guys that use them all the time. They send out maybe 100 of those a day.
Yeah.
Some of them they've had issues with, some of them don't. I've even seen somebody go as far as, it's stupid simple. You know the, like painters, little, like, what we used to use, lollipops? Ice cream balls.
Uh-huh.
You know those wood little things you make houses out of? They would actually stick one right here and stick a rubber band, and that would keep it from rolling.
Oh. Well, I'll probably just take a piece of cardboard and make a triangle out of it. I mean, but.
Something stupid simple. It's just trying not to cost you more money.
Yeah, I mean, or get my customers pissed. We don't have.
Start giving bad feedback.
We don't have room for that. Oh, I need to do insurance on these too.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, this will come with tracking priorities,
Stay.
770, same price as tracking.
Yeah. And you said $30?
Yeah.
You paid less than that, but I have to give you that credit so you're not paying the extra money. You get a discount when you do them online.
Oh. Yeah, I can't buy the insurance online.
You won't let you.
Maybe that's something else they can change.
Mm-mm.
Now, is that going to be a different tracking number?
I didn't cover up the other one, so it'll scan both of them.
Okay.
It'll print on the receipt though. Now you just need to remember to add 210 for shipping fees.
Yeah, for my taxes. I can't. I'm about at the price that you can charge, or they'll buy it off of somebody else. I just gonna have to eat that in the price. At that price, I might as well just use the free priority mail triangle.
No, not necessarily. Just depending on how far it is. On the free triangle ones, it's going by weight and distance.
Yeah, but it's always under a pound.
Oh, you might be alright.
Yeah.
And then this one just needs scanned.
Yep.
$4.20 is all you're gonna owe.
What would it take to come off of a roll of that priority mail tape?
I can help you out,
Right on.
at least for that trouble. $15.80. Let me get
I did get a roll of the priority mail tape, which they do not give out. I'm not happy with the results. I kind of knew going in, but that they aren't going to be able to change anything. But I also sent a message to USPS on Facebook. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's frustrating, but it really pissed me off when this dude, which is the same guy that gave me the tape, by the way, I ended up going back to him. But it's the same guy that said, you need to put triangles on your box so it doesn't roll. And as soon as he said that, that pissed me off. I'm like, I'm supposed to change the way I'm doing shit to fix the problem that you guys are responsible for? Really? And I understand he was just trying to help me get my packages there, not delivered, because he has no control. Your local post office has no control over what the hell happens. So, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating, and I ended up paying $2 a piece, $2.10 a piece to insure, because it's that important that they get to my customer. Or if they don't get to my customer, I'm not eating $30 every time. So, because ultimately that's what's happening. And any other time, I wouldn't insure something that's $30. I wouldn't insure something that's $80 or $100. I just wouldn't. I just don't do that, because the chances are, with the way I pack things, they're going to make it there safe. And I have confidence in myself to be able to do it. But with that stuff, there's absolutely nothing I could do I will probably take sheets of cardboard and make a triangle out of it around each end, just for shits and giggles. Because any little thing I can do, I guess, that'll get it to my customer without being damaged is, I don't know, it's worth doing. So, I don't know, we'll see. I'm probably going to have to order, because it's just not feasible to charge priority mail price plus insurance. Well, I wouldn't have to pay for insurance on a priority mail, because it's insured up to what, $50 on priority mail, or is it $100 now? But either way, I don't know. It's just frustrating. What makes it more frustrating is you trying to explain it to your customer. And luckily, this last one I had, he understood. He goes, I cannot believe they destroyed that. And they actually delivered it to me without a note or something saying, we're sorry, we damaged your item. But it's just the typical, oh, yeah, we did it, but unless it's insured, nothing we can do about it. But I did learn one thing. You can insure first class items inside if you wait in line, which there was actually no line today, so I didn't have to wait. But you can insure first class items. I did not know that, but if you go in, you can print your label and you can go in and have them add the $2. Otherwise, it's going to cost you more because they're not going to give you the online shipping rate, but the insurance, you know, a couple bucks. And for me right now, it's worth it because I'm having such an issue with these getting to my customers safely, because 2 in a week and a half is too much for me to just brush off. So I've got to assume they're going to destroy every one of them. So I just need to adapt. And even though it pisses me off, I've got to adapt. So let me know what you guys think below. I know there's going to be people saying, I've never had an issue with that. Well, I didn't either. So, but maybe they're doing something differently. Maybe they're running their conveyor, their rollers faster, and it's having stuff get caught. But I don't buy the fact that it falls into the bin and it lands a certain way and something else heavier falls on it. I'm not buying that. This is done in the machine, and somebody literally had to go grab this out because it jammed. Somebody had to grab it out of the machine and put it on its way, and that's the way it showed up to the customer. So yeah, something didn't just land on it and bust it. It got jammed in the machine. So, and I still stand by my thing, and I'm still gonna keep trying to deal with the USPS. If tubes are having an issue in their conveyor system, then they shouldn't be running through the conveyor system. That's the solution, not make us change to where it will go through their system better. Really? To me, that's just not good customer service, but they don't really give a shit, so we just do what we can do, right? All right, guys. Appreciate the time. Sorry it took so long, and I'm not going to edit it because I'm not about that. And let me know what you guys think. Thanks.